have somewhat of a serious question, kind of regarding your fans, because it's something I've heard you guys talk about a bit in the past. Is that you know, Riki, you were, I forget the film, but there was a scene where you were topless, and so you've had fans like come to your show and then like, hey, sign the topless photo of you.
Right.
I guess how do you interact with someone who, you know, they are a fan of your music, but at the same time they're kind of crossing that creepy line?
Well, I don't really think it's a huge deal, but I just say no. Like it's kind of like your own comfort level. Some girls, you know, have a Playboy spread and they'll totally sign it. They're happy with it. I just don't want to sign it, and nobody's taken offense to it. They go, okay, and then they'll usually have another picture. Like people usually have a backup. If they come with a photo, I think they're maybe assuming I won't sign it. So then they're like, okay, then do this one. I'm like, all right. I've never had anyone give me any grief about it.
Yeah. I mean, anytime I've seen it happen, I always feel very protective when it happens. I'm like, hey, dude, you know, like I get kind of like angry just in my own. I don't say that. I just kind of feel it. Yeah. But yeah, I think that, you know, they've always been kind.
Yeah, no one's been weird about it yet. They've asked for it, and when I say no, they're like, okay.
Okay, so like, so you don't feel like there's anything that you have to do differently when interacting with fans as if you were a male comedy duo?
I don't think we have to do anything differently it's weird because almost everyone is awesome, but we do have someone from the club stand next to us.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I think we do differently. I think the guys just are more comfortable, and we feel comfortable with our fans, but we always just have the person there, and then we feel fine.
We've had a couple of times, you know, in the past where we were like, oh, we need somebody here, you know, just to be safe, which, like, because I'm little, like I've had people lift me up and things like that.
Yeah.
It's like, you know.
Guys don't have that.
Yeah. I don't think they do.
Yeah, I would assume not. Yeah.
Well, maybe huge fans who want to like, maybe try to grab Patton Oswalt and like, look at him.
I could see that happening actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Kate, you've just started working on Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
And the show that you guest starred on, and it seems like one of the interesting things about comedians today is that they're not just comedians. Like, you guys don't just focus on being Garfunkel and Oates. You've got a movie with Tom Lennon coming out soon. Again, I mentioned Big Bang, and I'm sure you know, you were on Raising Hope earlier this year. So it seems like, is that just kind of something new when being a working comedian? Is you're not just a comedian, you're doing this and this and this as well?
Well, I think we were both doing acting before we were doing comedy, so I don't think, for us, it just feels normal still.
Yeah, we both started acting around 2001, and so then we started comedy in 2009.
Yeah, I started a little later. Yeah, I started like 2005, I guess.
Okay, but we were both acting for a while before, so it doesn't feel weird to do both. It would almost feel weird to not do both.
Yeah, I think, but it is, I think, in general, we see a lot of our comedian friends on TV shows. I think that's just happening a lot more, which is awesome. Yeah, I mean, there's, you know, the UCB crowd out of LA, a lot of those people will be on comedies, and it's exciting to see, so.
I want to talk a bit about the festival here because, you know, one of the main focuses is just the importance of laughter and the fact of, you know, when going through something hard, you know, battling cancer, it's good to have a laugh. You need a laugh. I imagine just, you know, with the intimacy that you have with your fans, you probably have had some people come up to you and say, thank you so much. I needed this because, etc. I mean, can you talk about that?
Yeah, I mean, we've had some people who've been right to us, or, you know, I think it always means a lot to us if we've helped them. You know, like, it's actually, like, really, like, meaningful to know that what we're doing is helping somebody get through a hard time. So
yeah, it's almost jarring. We kind of can't believe it. We're like, oh, it's so gratifying when someone's actually, because you know when people mean it.
Yeah.
You know, when they're like, this happened to me, this helped me. You're like, it's kind of overwhelming because you don't, because we're just, you know, doing it for, it's not just for fun, but we're just, you know, we're not doing it with that result in mind, and so it's sort of, yeah, it's kind of overwhelming when somebody says something really genuine. It's, I never really know how to process it.
We'll get emails and I'll like just start crying because I'm like, I can't believe that we meant that to that person, you know, and that what they've been through is like I can't even imagine, and then it's like, yeah, so it's really, I mean, we're grateful that could be that way.
If I could flip it around, then, have there been times where someone has done something that really made you laugh at a time when you needed that?
I don't know.
That's okay.
Well, let me think. I mean, I always find, I love Lucy. Oh, I just did this. That's my mic. Anyway, I love Lucy so much. So if I'm having a bad day and I catch I Love Lucy, there is guarantee it makes me feel better. Like always, it's like medicine. So yeah, it's like a very comforting thing. So I mean, maybe I don't know. That's the only thing I can really think of. But
loved your half-hour Comedy Central special.
Thank you.
There's a part of it though I have to ask about, where you're talking and setting up for the go-kart, and Riki Joe, you talk about well, I'm like a delicate flower, and Kate's like a shuck of corn.
Right.
And
what did I call? I don't even know what I called her. What did I call her in the special?
It was like an ear of corn or a shuck of corn.
An unshucked ear of corn. That's right. Yeah.
And just your reaction. Had you ever heard that expression before? Because it appeared as though it was almost like a topper you'd never heard before.
Well, I just call her something different every time. We kind of stopped telling that story after the special, but leading up to it when we were kind of practicing, I would call her like a dirt covered root.
A BLT.
A BLT. Yeah, I would just call her anything and then just see if I could like slay her because she knew something was coming.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I think that one was funny. I like the one that I chose for the special.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah. So many of your songs I love. I mean, I love Don't Understand Job. Actually, you know what? The one that I love is just, you call it, there's like the worst songs ever.
Yeah.
And it's a melody of just all these songs from like the 90s and so forth. And you really just do not like any of those songs?
I don't.
I love them.
Yeah.
Okay.
All of them?
Pretty much a lot of them.
Really?
Most of them, yeah.
I Want to Sex You Up?
Well, no, not that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was one of those things where I was like, but these are good songs. And that song kind of was, again, Riki leaving me voicemails of like, how about this song? How about this song? And we kind of just put all the voicemails together and made a song.
Talk a bit about, I will probably say is my favorite Garfunkel and Oates song, and that is As You Are. Because that one is different from all the others, but it is such, I feel just as emotional about that song, or I feel your emotion connected with that, and it is such a beautiful, lovely song. Was it easy to write that? Harder than your other songs?
You know, we wrote that kind of early on, and we did write that fairly quickly.
Do you remember when I wrote the second verse?
No, I don't remember that. What was
it was during your solo show at Steve Allen, and I was a guest on your solo show.
Yeah.
And I was backstage.
And that's when you wrote it?
Yeah, and then you came back and I was like, I have the second verse.
Oh, I vaguely remember that.
Yeah, because we wrote it about a particular friend of ours, and then so it was easy because it was the specific person. Yeah.
But yeah, that one, I would say that was that came together quicker than some of our other songs.
Yeah.
But I think sometimes, I mean, not to say this isn't always the case, but when you're writing something really sincerely, and you don't need to think about the funniest punchline, it kind of comes out more just like a little bit more organically.
Yeah. If we know we're never going to play it in public, we worry less about it.
Yeah. but with our, with the songs that have jokes, that's those are very
refined.
Yeah, calculated.
Well, it's a beautiful song, and it's one of the nights that I play for her.
Oh, really?
It seems like it's just a song of, there's so many other, love songs out there that just say, oh, you're the greatest thing ever. You're, larger than life. You're da-da-da. And this one is just, you don't need to impress me.
Yeah.
I love you as you are.
Oh,
how is that not a beautiful message?
Oh, thank you.
I love that. That's
totally
great.
It's so funny. Yeah, because it's funny because it actually wasn't even. We wrote it about a friend of ours, just a platonic friend. It wasn't even a love song. But I like that. I like that it's a love song to you, or that whoever it's about. Yeah, we wrote it just about this guy friend of ours.
Oh. Well, we're just about done here. I have one final question, and the first part. First I have to say it's a confession because. This is not the first time you guys have answered my questions.
Oh, really?
And this is where now I insert a video. When you guys did the Kevin Pollak chat show, I was one of the Tweet Fives.
Oh, funny.
Okay.
I would like to involve the audience whenever possible.
I do. I have one more Tweet 5.
Alrighty. Another Tweet 5?
I do.
You don't say.
Tweet 5 forever now.
This comes from Avi, the TV geek, from Twitter. So I guess it would be at Avi, the TV geek. Simon or Hall?
Hall.
Hall.
Guitar or banjo?
Guitar.
Guitar.
Fraggle Rock or Sesame Street?
Sesame Street.
Sesame Street.
Price is Right or Family Feud?
Price is Right.
And Weird Al's parodies or original songs?
Original songs.
Original songs.
Nice.
I have the tweet fives here, and I'm gonna in the video, if I have time, I'm
We'll
gonna
see if
put,
we have the same answers.
Exactly.
I
I'm
have
gonna
no
put
idea.
what you guys said in the tweet.
Oh my God, we were so tired that day.
That was an extreme day.
Oh my God, where did we
We
come
can't-
from? We
I don't know
come
where
from
we came
somewhere,
from.
and we
We
had to
had-
go straight to Santa Monica.
Salt Lake City.
Oh, we
We
come
come-
to,
okay.
and we changed in a hotel. We changed clothes in a hotel.
And you were kind of having a bad day that day.
I was.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I was
So-
having a really bad.
so-
That's right, and I was
so
like crying right
Riki
before
was
we
crying.
did the show.
We were changed our clothes
right.
in a hotel by the beach, and then we went and did that, and then from there had to go do another show.
Oh right, and then we did another show.
Yeah, it was nuts.
Yeah. I remember that.
That day was a little rough.
Oh.
So if we matched the
Wasn't that the day Osama bin Laden died?
it was.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I don't even remember.
I'm remembering this whole day. I'm putting it together. It was like a really strange day. It was a surreal, yeah. But so I have no idea what our answers are. So
Okay.
I bet you they will not be the same. Hi, Jackie.
Jackie
Cation.
Cation just walked in
Jackie
the door.
Cation, everybody.
We're just finishing up here.
Hey, comedy!
Yay.
Okay, so here were the tweet five that I submitted that
Okay.
Jamie read. Simon or Hall?
Simon.
Simon?
You both said Hall.
Did we? Oh, I have no idea. We're trying to remember what we
That's
said.
good then, because we like
should-
them both equally.
Yeah, see, we have to go on instinct and not try to remember what we said.
Yeah,
Let's just
okay.
say what first comes to us. Okay.
Guitar or banjo?
Guitar.
Guitar.
Yep.
That's easy.
Fraggle
Banjo.
Rock or Sesame Street?
Sesame Street.
Fraggle Rock.
You both said Sesame Street.
Oh.
But I knew that one would be a hard one because they're both, musical-based
Yes.
Muppet shows.
Yes.
Price is Right or Family Feud?
Price is Right.
And you did the exact same thing then too. Exactly. And then the last one was Weird Al's parodies or his original songs.
Oh.
Original songs.
Original songs.
And can you tell the story about how you got to perform your favorite Weird Al song to him?
Oh, it was on Scott Aukerman's, it was called Comedy Death Ray at the time, now Comedy Bang Bang. It was on his podcast.
We were in this radio studio.
That was awesome.
And there was Al listening to us sing
Yeah.
his song.
And we played Kazoo,
Yeah.
and it was fun, yeah.
Excellent.
He's great.
Garfunkel and Oates, thank you so much for your
Thank
time.
you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.